Hey guys, just to let you know that when I get to episode 5 that I apparently that's where I stopped writing down. And you see that if you guys you guys obviously know that I have this thing right here writing down quotes and stuff, but the reason well it actually feels a little bit more easier to say it rather than just looking it down on on this journal I have here. But I'm gonna have to read these things just so I can remind me what I can say and pick up the lines before I can finally, Alright, now we can start episode 4. How can you be her daughter? Said Pearl. That's something that we will discuss later, said Blue Hemimorphite. Actually, no, I think her voice would sound more like, That's something we will have to discuss. That's something we will discuss later, said Blue Hemimorphite. Kunzite and Hemimorphite then joined the garden. What happened to my mother? Said Hemimorphite. And then Connie saying here, I impaled her with my sword, said Connie. Or, I already said Connie. You mean you, as a young human, impaling a gem like that? Said Kunzite. Connie then nods while smirking. Connie, I know what you said was true, but you didn't have to answer her question like that, said Stephen. Well, sorry. I can't help it once after I've taken someone out, said Connie. I kind of want to know, how are you her daughter, and how are you her maid, and how did she get here, said Lapis. It was millenniums ago, said Kunzite. The scene then cuts to black to a flashback. Like 11 other diamonds, Purple Diamond was not a descendant to any gem, but to aliens, said Kunzite. Kunzite then said, Purple Diamond wasn't always bad, but after she was born, she was kind to creatures on the planet. When she was born she had decided to keep the planet as a home, until one day, over 1,000 years later, the creature started to annoy her, and she went on a rampage and find out what to do to get rid of the creatures on her planet. Or find what to do to get rid of the creatures out of her annoyance. Until another day, the gems from other planets finally arrived to her planet, just to colonize it. She then got angry at them using an injector. When they injected the ground, she was then surprised that they made newly born gems. She was in, let's see, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember, what she meant was the gems came from Homeworld is what she was saying. Just so you guys can edit the video. Homeworld. Okay, now you can put that in the episode. She then got angry at them using an injector. When they injected the ground, she was then surprised that they made newly born gems. She then complained about them destroying her home. When she ran to them and tried to attack them, the gems summoned their guns to gun her down. But she dodged all the bullets, and then she then dodged all the bullets, and then the guns And then the gems try to attack her with their bare hands. But then Purple Diamond remembered herself about the gems summoning their guns out of their gem. She realized that she might have something out of her gem. Then, when she tried to, she was then surprised when she put her hand in. When she put her hand in her gem. And she was then surprised to feel her own summoned weapon. She then pulled it out and was amazed at it. It was a spear, and shattered their gems with it. It was a spear. She then poofed them with her spear and shattered their gems with it. When the creatures seen her kill the newly born gems, they were horrified of what they saw. Then she picked up their guns. She realized that she can now do to keep herself from being annoyed by the creatures. She even killed the newly born gems. She tried to aim the guns at the creatures. Then ran away from her, but they weren't fast enough, till she started to kill them by gunning them down. The scene then gets back to the present. "How can Purple Diamond be such a coward?" said Bismuth. "And then there was more in the story," said Kunzite. Hey, sorry, is it okay that I tell them the rest of her story? Because there's something important that I did that I need to tell them about," said Hemimorphite. "Alright, go ahead. I don't mind," said Kunzite. The scene then cuts back to the flashback. Hemimorphite says, "After my mother walked around her entire planet, killing more gems and creatures year after year, she then realized what she had done and felt bad for the others. For the ones she realized she felt bad for the ones she killed. Her life was so sad, and she felt lonely that she had to sit down on the ground, even on a hill, and think about what she'd done, and even think about it while walking around the entire planet. She still constantly killed more creatures and gems for many years, until one day she found more gems using another injector. She then got mad once again, and she and the gems fought until she finally killed them. She then got angry at the injector and destroyed it. Destroyed it not only because she was angry at it, but it was also because that way no new gem would be born. But she was wrong. She then saw me born. She tried to kill me, but then soon realized that she created her own daughter and kept me alive, not only because I am her daughter, but for her to not be lonely again. As a mother, she then took care of me. While she was taking care of me, I became her soother to calm her emotions down. To calm her emotions. Or something like that, what she would say. The soothing did work. At most times. But most other times, she went back to be angry. And also getting back to kill more lives. In front of her own daughter. She's saying, what she's saying is, she's killing more gems in front of her own daughter. She's killing gems in front of her own daughters, like killing more lives in front of her own daughters, like that. At many times before I started killing them, I begged not to kill them. I begged her not to kill them. Or even better to say this, I begged her mother not to kill them, But she didn't listen to me and started killing them anyway. But she at least regrets it, even when it was her fault. But when decades passed, she then realized one gem, myself, wasn't enough until another day came. We found a big flat gemstone. We thought it was a giant gem from a giant gem. When we walked closer, it was glowing, and we backed up, and it appeared to be only one gem, which was Kunzite. Kunzite then introduced herself. My mother didn't kill her, but had an idea to select her to be her maid. Kunzite then realized the same thing as me when she saw Mom killing more lives. We even begged her to not kill any more, but she still would not listen, and she would not give up forever, and killed more anyway. I then finally explained Kunzite, the early part of the story that me and Kunzite mentioned. But I even mentioned Kunzite that I soothed her many times, and she actually calmed down. And I told her she would be angry again after being nice, and especially when she feels bad about killing others. A while later, I asked her about what was that thing she popped out. And she said it was a warpad, which were new at that time, and me and my mother had no idea what that was until she explained it. The part where Kunzite explained that gems build warpads, Mother was kinda angry because gems made it, and that way her enemies would show up, but mostly okay with that, so that way the three of us would go to other places and decide not to destroy it. But we didn't leave the planet until thousands of years later. Recently, I'm sorry, this connects to this sentence. What I meant was, Purple Diamond didn't destroy it. Like, just to edit that to Blue Hemimorphite if you want to edit it. Anyway, I gotta get back to most, but we didn't leave the planet until thousands of years later. Recently, we were surprised that a screen showed up, and you, Stephen, brought up the news about the other diamonds, and we were shocked that there are more diamonds. And we realized the whole time all the other gems that came to our planet were being told to do stuff by the orders of other diamonds. But when my mother heard about you mentioning about there are more diamonds, and mentioning that you are a diamond, my mother became furious and complained that she is jealous that she's not the only diamond. She then had a plan to try to kill you. Hold on. What does that say? She then had a plan to try to... Okay. She then had a plan to try to kill you. We tried to stop her and tell her that one of the diamonds could take her out, like what a hero diamond like you does, or kill her like what a villain diamond like she does. And any population is around her, she'll kill them. But it was too late. She had already left, and then we took the warp pad just to find her. Then we searched, planet after planet, but no sight of her. So we were thinking that she would be here. The flashback then ends to the present when Hemimorphite said here. Let's see. But how does she keep being calm and angry at the same time? Or, that sounds kind of southern. I'm going to say this again. But how does she keep being calm and angry at the same time? Said Pearl. Well, you see, my mother has two minds. One is when she's nice, and the other is when she's bad. She was born with that. She was born with both of those minds. Something like... Said Hemimorphite. That's what Hemimorphite said, something like... Yeah, she said something like that. So, you guys saying that once she kills me, she's gonna go after the other diamonds? Said Stephen. Yes. Hold on. Yes, but right now, there are some things that we should, Kunzai was saying something like, yes, but right now, there's something that we also use for soothing. And that's to sing her a lullaby. He said, as Kunzite was saying that as she and Hemimorphite walked to the couch and sat down, Kunzite and Hemimorphite then sang their own song. After they finished singing, they see the gem glowing, and everyone was surprised, and Kunzite and Hemimorphite got up from the sofa, and then the gem rises up, and Purple Diamond finally shows up again after she landed on the floor. After she landed on the floor, she began to say, "What are you two doing here? And why are you guys surrounding me? Let me guess, you two told them our story. Let me say it again. Let me guess, you guys told... I can't say it. Let me guess, you two told them about my story. Or let me guess, you two told them our story," said Purple Diamond. Well, I didn't have to put down Purple Diamond. I put that there. I didn't have to put down said Purple Diamond. I put there by mistake. They both, the two gems both said yes after she asked them the last question. Purple, I don't know why I keep doing that in my mouth. Sorry, I'll continue now. Purple, we're not going to fight with you. I was thinking if you and I would become friends, said Stephen. Stephen, said Connie. Connie, it's okay, said Stephen. As he extends his arm at her. Purple, we're gonna need you to calm down, right? Alright? Purple, we're gonna need you to calm down, alright? Then after Purple Diamond has an angry look, she then sighs and says, "Fine." Mom, stand still. I'm gonna use my powers, said Hemimorphite. She then uses her soothing powers on her, making her feel nice again. Her daughter then sits her down on the couch. Her daughter then sits her down on the couch. Just in case if I said that by mistake. Again, why do I keep doing that? So, Purple, how are you feeling? Said Stephen. I feel a whole lot better, said Purple Diamond. And that is it for this episode. I'm sorry for the mistakes, sorry for the episode being long, and sorry for making those sounds, and sorry for not saying why I keep doing that if I not realize saying that. Sorry that bothered you guys, but I had to clear my throat. Alright? Okay. So, well, I hope you guys liked the video so far. Now I'm gonna go to episode 5.